Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back with another video. This is another one of my football videos. I thought I'd make a video specifically to give a message to the Celtics and all those involved in Celtic. Whether they'll see it, I'm not too sure, or whether they'll even bother listening to me, I'm not sure. But I thought, as a foolish YouTuber and whatnot, I would, or want to be a YouTuber even, I thought I'd try and give some advice for the game. So what I was thinking is, a lot of people are saying like many of the players are like downing tools. Perhaps they don't like the manager or whatever, or they don't want to be there for whatever reason. Could be the manager, like Ange Postecoglou has to replace his shoes are big shoes to fill, or whatever the saying is. So I do worry about that. I worry whether Mr. Brendan Rodgers is the right man. I think I saw that there were even rumours that he was going to go to Newcastle, but I don't know why anyone would take Brendan Rodgers at the moment unless he can win something and prove that he can win some Scotland. I'm not sure why Newcastle, with all the money they have, would choose him when he got relegated with Leicester, and at the moment he's not doing as well as I was hoping, and most Celtic fans are hoping. And I'm a bit worried about the game tomorrow because, well, technically today, 12:30, I think the kickoff is, and it's nearly midnight here. But I am a bit wary about it. I think that Celtic haven't been playing too well. Lost 2 games on the trot before our last 2, which we won the last 2, but it's unusual for Celtic to lose 2 games on the trot. But I suppose that's the standards that Celtic have set for themselves, and I suppose Rangers are probably not far behind. They seem to be playing well under their new manager, Philip Clement. I've got to admit, before he took over Rangers, I didn't know much about him, but apparently he's quite a good manager, and he's certainly turned them around for the better from their point of view. So I'm a bit wary. I'd love to know your score predictions, by the way, because I know this is specifically more geared towards. Actually, I'm hoping to copy and paste this and post it on the Celtic YouTube channel, but it is also, I suppose, geared towards Celtic fans or football fans generally, mainly. As I often say, however, I welcome any sport channel, but I'd love to know any score predictions. I often think, like, with what my head says and what my heart says, as many people say, what I think is more likely to be the outcome, in other words, and what I want to be the outcome, perhaps, or the pessimistic in me and the optimist in me, the pessimist and the optimist, or the pessimist versus the optimist even. But I can't even make a prediction. I'm really terrible at making predictions, and like I'm not very good at gambling or whatever. I suppose it depends on how Celtic turn up, but I hope the players put 100% in. What I was thinking is, like, what I wanted to say is, if they're down tools, it will look bad for them. I think like there was like Odsonne Edouard who played for Celtic, but I was thinking if any team is like scouting Odsonne Edouard, I would think his attitude was quite bad when he wanted to leave. He didn't seem to be putting effort in, and I think if players do that, any sensible club and obviously their scouts would look at them and think, if he wants to leave, let's say, I would think, if from a Crystal Palace point of view, obviously he left for Crystal Palace, I would think, would he always put in 100% effort? If he wanted to leave for Man United or Man City, if he had a good season, and would he put in 100% effort while he's still at the club? So I would say to any Celtic players, like, if you're going to leave, even if you want to leave, I'd respect a player a lot more who says, same for Italian football, who says that he wants to leave the club. I suppose of any player really, but especially one that plays for an Italian team or Celtic. If he wants to leave the club, any player who says, I don't actually, maybe even they came out and said, if they came out and said, I don't like the manager, or I think I can play at a high level, or I don't see where the board is going, or I don't see where the club's vision is, or I've outgrown the ambitions, or whatever, I respect that person if they called out the manager or the board and were honest and open. And also, if the players are like, kind of say, I want to leave, but while I'm here, I'm going to put 100% effort in while I'm playing for the club. I'm going to play. What I ask for the players is that they put in 100% effort, work for the team, always put 100% in, and work for the best of the team. Put the club and the team first while they pay their wages. So, and that kind of thing. So I think even if they want to leave, I think it would look a lot better for them and their future and their legacy. And I hope they'll play for pride. Even the ones, if they want to leave, and they come out and be honest and say and put forward a transfer request, and they say, I mean, this is a good chance to play well in the derby and say that you want to. This is the biggest game of Celtic this so far in this season, in my opinion. It might be the most defining game of the season itself, because looking back, even at the other derby games or other games generally, it might be that we look back and say this was a turning point. But just like the last derby, when Celtic weren't playing well and people were questioning the manager, hopefully Celtic can pull something out of the bag technically today. And I say, even if players want to leave, I'd respect them if they came out, and even if they said they don't agree with the manager, or they don't think the board has the right vision, or they don't think the club's going the right way. Easier said than done, I suppose. But if they, I can be a bit spineless myself. But if they came out and said that, I think it'd be very respectable, and they could leave with their heads held high if they play, putting 100% while they're there and getting a wage, and they play for the team, putting 100% and play for the best of the team and the club that plays their wages. Basically, that's all you can ask. So I'd be disappointed to lose anyway. But if at least if they put in 100%, I can accept that. I hope Kyogo gets a hat trick. That would be pretty cool, because he's not been playing that well. He's been missing quite a few chances, and I hope he remembers all the time that Rangers last season or the season before, I can't remember when it was. Obviously, it wasn't that hugely long ago, because it was when Ange was there, and he's only been there a couple of seasons, so it would have only been a couple of seasons ago at most. I think it was last season there. But yeah, where they were being racist to him and singing racist songs about our Japanese players. So I hope that will rile up the Japanese players, especially to put 100%. And again, even if Kyogo came out and said, I want to go to Tottenham to join Ange Postecoglou or whatever, if he gets a hat trick, that should put up his value and show to clubs that he has the ability, and hopefully it'll show his attitude. But as I say, I respect players if they came out and said they don't want to be there, rather than downing tools. If they said, I want to leave, and they put forward a transfer request, but then they left after putting in 100%, and they left on a high, I think that would be, in my opinion, that would be much more commendable than not trying and not putting in 100%. I think any player who plays for an Italian team or Celtic, in my opinion, should always put in 100%, because I suppose every club will probably say that their own fans would say that, and I think it's certainly commendable if you put in 100% to anything you do, really, if you can. And that's one thing you can do. I mean, obviously, I don't expect Kyogo to get a hat trick, let's say, or any player to get a hat trick. But if they turn up, it'll be pretty cool. It'll be, even if they do want to leave, at least they can leave with their head held high. So if I could say to Celtic players, please put in 100%, work together as a team, and put yourself, if you do want to leave, at least put yourself in the window, or in the future, if you might think you want a higher challenge or whatever. I've got to admit, the EPL, English Premier League, and other leagues, even in between them, are a lot higher than the Scottish level. So I can understand if players want to leave for more money or for more of a challenge. Even like the Dutch league is probably higher, and Serie A, and obviously the Italian league, even the French league is probably at high level. So I can understand. But yeah, I suppose I didn't really address it to the players as such. But I'd love to know what Celtic fans think, and it'd be interesting if Celtic players actually saw this video and like sent me a reply video or something like that, or made a response video on Celtic. Hopefully it won't be too harsh, but this mad guy who tried to talk to the players. But yeah, like I say, I think what I hope they'll do is put 100% in, work as a team. Be great if Kyogo got a hat trick, or any player really, but especially Kyogo, especially with like how the fans were quite racist to him. He's been a bit off form at the moment. A lot of people are questioning his commitment, and a few of the other players as well. Now, hopefully this is a way to show what you can do, and even players like who are fringe players who might come in for injured players or be given a chance to come off the bench. Hopefully they will prove like their critics wrong. If people say, oh, you're not good enough or whatever, this is a good chance to show. And again, even if players said, I want to leave, but before I leave, I'm going to leave on a high and show what I'm made of, and put in 100% for the club that pays the wages, and for the fans who have so much anticipation and stuff like that. So it's a chance to be a hero tomorrow. I hope. Okay, today technically, but it's a chance to be a hero. If they can go out and perform. I think I've covered everything I could say really. So I'll say, even if they want to leave, I think hopefully they'll show they're committed and say that they're not going to down tools. They'll put 100% in. They'll show any prospective club, whether that's Man City, Man United, Tottenham, Arsenal, or anyone else, like anyone in the EPL or anywhere really, even if they want to leave to France or Holland or Germany or wherever else, they'll be able to show like, I always put 100% in when I play for the team. And I mean, again, people are questioning Kyogo's commitment and one or two other players, but maybe Kyogo can show that he's just had a dip in form. He just needs that confidence and like play like a beast, so to speak, as they say, and hopefully show what he's got. And yeah, I'm probably waffling now. So as I say, thinking through it in sort of a bullet point list, putting in 100%, playing as a team, hopefully being more clinical, taking their chances, and hopefully this will be another one of those games where Celtic were struggling, not playing so well, people questioning us, people questioning the team, the fans questioning the team, Rangers starting to say that they're going to get ahead of us and things like that. Hopefully this derby game will be an opportunity for Celtic to silence our opposition and hopefully go ahead, and hopefully it will help us to win the league. So yeah, Celtic fans and football fans generally, and any score predictions you have, if you get to watch this before the game or even during the game or whatever, or even you can even comment during the game and say if you want to change your predictions or whatever, depending on how the game's going. But yeah, I hope, as I say, the players put 100%, do themselves proud, play for their legacy, play for their future, basically. Put themselves in the shop window, show what they can do, play for their own pride, their family's pride, and whatever else they believe in, anything that they think is important to play for, their country's pride, even like some of the Japanese players, again, getting revenge on the more racist Rangers fans or whatever. I'm sure they're not all like that, of course, but many of them are. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, and I wish you peace and love. I'm out.